Welcome, everyone. We are live, and it is Tuesday already. Lord, it is Tuesday already. Don't let me keep you long this morning, but trust what you've been given. I was standing in the living room, and I was watching popcorn. He's true to, well, it is true to its name. He likes to fly and jump everywhere. Oh, he looks like really a little piece of buttery popcorn, and he just hops everywhere. But he likes to fly. And so as I was watching him, the question crossed my mind. How does he know what to do? Well, first off, he has a guide, his mother. He has a mother. So she shows him what to do. But at the end of the day, he does something. He tests out the strength of his own wings. I remember the first time I watched him, he was trying to fly onto my son's knee, and he didn't quite make it. But now he does. So what he will do, he will fly on top of the ottoman, and he will walk all the way. It was cute. He walked up to look at my son in the face. He's so curious. And so as I was watching popcorn, like I told you, I asked the question, wow, how does he know that he even has wings? Well, he knows he can fly. He knows it is what he was given. Oh, I keep calling him a boy. It's a girl. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Popcorn was given wings. And so the nature of wings are to fly. So he was given that. So for us, you have to trust what you've been given. Now, life experiences give us things, don't they? Life experience gives us things. It gives us these memories. It gives us these behaviors. But those are things we've learned how to do. The things we learn how to do, if we pay attention, we'll be able to use them everywhere. And the question now becomes, who's going to show us what to do? Because remember, popcorn has a guide. Popcorn's guide is its mom. Who is our mother? I'm not talking about the mothers that some of us would like to forget. Mom, if you're listening, I wasn't talking about you. Not in that fashion, Mommy. It's just a general statement. Lots of us have mothers that we want to forget, right? So, I'm not talking about a physical mother. Not at all. I'm talking about the mother you cannot see. And who's this mother you can't see, but you can? Mother Nature. If we paid attention to Mother Nature, she's the first teacher. And it is very interesting to watch Lady and Popcorn. It's just Lady and Popcorn. That's his only parent. But here's the thing. They live in a community. He always knows his mother, though. Even though he lives in the community with other chickens, he knows his mama. You see, but with us as people, we think our mother is the one who had the cesarean or the one who birthed us. No. That's not it. Mother Nature is our mother. She's unbiased. She's unbiased. And she doesn't play favorites the way that human beings can and do. So why am I telling you this? Each and every one of us has been given things, right? Each and every one of us has been given things. And it is our job to learn those things that we've been given. Why should we learn them? Because it is part of what makes us what we are. So you learn, you first observe. Popcorn knows that he's got wings. I best not give him a complex. I think it's a girl. I don't know. Popcorn was given wings. And the nature of wings is to fly. He has wings, yes, yay! Now what's he gonna do with them? So today you and I have been given an opportunity. We've been given many things. Our opportunity is to test what we've been given. See? That's what we're supposed to do. So for instance, how do you know what you've been given? Well, what if you could sing? Well then, use it. You don't have to go out there and do extraneous things. You use what you've been given in the most natural of ways. Right? Simple things. And the things that we were given are exclusive to humanity. What we've been given is exclusive to humanity. Birds have been given wings. Wings are unique to the bird, to the avian, whether they fly or they don't fly, they have the wings and the feathers. That's unique unto birds. So what is unique unto humanity? The ability to feel, the ability to think, and of course, the ability to speak. Those things are unique unto humanity. Listen, every species can communicate with each other. When Lady is feeding popcorn, her whole conversation changes. If she can't find popcorn, her whole way of communicating changes. So everyone, whether you are flesh in whatever variation, right? Animal, anything. We all have been given that thing to communicate. So we all do, because we have to be able to communicate in the group. So we all have it. So humanity has thought and speech in their own unique fashion. And so thus we learn it, do we not? We learn how to speak and to use our voices. We just naturally do it. We learn how to do it. We got these legs. We learned how to walk with them. So trust what you have been given. I marvel at Popcorn because he will fly everywhere. Walk, please. He flies. They're not as graceful in their flight as a hawk or an owl or an eagle would be. But you see, what they don't do is look at the owl and say, why don't I have whisper silent wings? Right? They don't. They don't compare. They don't. Humanity, huge. We compare. We take what we've been given, and because we don't know that we have a guide, we don't know how to use what we've been given, so we don't practice. Not in the sense that, because you're going to use them either way, but deliberately is what I mean. Deliberately, Popcorn will fly onto the ottoman. Deliberately. Because if you stand and you watch him. Same for Lady. When she hops the stairs, she stands and you can watch her thinking and calculating. She turns, she will tilt her head to the left. She'll tilt her head to the right. She'll step in which direction she wants to go in ever so slightly. And she hops up onto that stair and she does it again. She'll look at this way and she'll look at that way. And then she'll go, I got it. I have the angle right. And she'll jump. Everything thinks. Everything reasons. Don't get that part twisted. If you pay attention, you'll see it. She's very deliberate in what she does. She rarely misses anything. I'm telling you, there's all cylinders are firing on go with that one, Lady. They are. She trusts in her ability to calculate the distance between two things. So she does it. She doesn't force it to happen. She just remembers what she did. And I see with humanity, we've forgotten. And it's all right, because if you forget, you can remember. Seems funny to say, but if you can forget, you'll remember, don't worry. And you'll implement what you were given. You got to use what you've been given. So the question now is, have you spent any time observing yourself? Maybe, maybe not. To know what you've been given. See, here's the thing, right? We sometimes are so busy with wanting. You see, that wanting and that longing is, it's not bad and it's not good. It's just misdirected. We allow ourselves to be consumed with what we want instead of recognizing that it's no one you're asking for anything. No one is denying you anything. You're not being denied anything. You have everything because you are everything. That's so cliche, isn't it? So corny. But it is true. Everything you need, you've got. Lady, when she hit a certain age, she started to lay eggs. Did you have to force her to do it? No. The urge to lay the egg comes upon the chicken, and naturally it allows it to happen. And then boom, you got an egg. So that every time that urge to lay happens, the chicken will make its way to wherever it deems to be comfortable and safe at the time to lay the egg. It is as simple as that. We've all been given something, and the urge or the desire is natural if you pay attention to ask the question, well, what is natural? The things that move towards life, meaning we're born, we live, and we expire. That is the natural process. The unnatural process would be to prematurely cause someone to expire. Yeah, but Angela, what if I was just standing my ground? Am I supposed to? No. That's an unfortunate situation. Hmm? To be put in the position where you have to take to take the life of another. It is an unfortunate situation because it isn't life word, is it? The principles are always life-giving because naturally we'll expire. Naturally. What's my point? My point is that everything is life word. So when you get a desire, your desire is life word. It's going to bring you life. It's going to bring life to other people and things, everything around it. That's what it means to be life word. You plant a seed, something grows from it. Life word. You don't clean that water, that rain barrel, you get algae. Life word. So when you get a desire to change something in your life, that desire is going to be life word. Naturally. So you have to trust what you have been given. If you put pen to paper and you make the most glorious artwork, not a coincidence. You were given that ability. Now, what about the other abilities? How would we know that we have them if we suppress the urge? How are you going to know? The desire is there and it arises. But we say, oh, no. And the desire arises again. We say, oh, no. If it's one thing you can bet your money on, is the reliability and the persistence of quote unquote God. Because that desire will never leave you. It'll poke and prod at you until you just allow the urge to fulfill itself. Trust what you have been given. That's what we get to do. As I mentioned, when the desire comes upon lady to lay the egg, she'll lay it. She won't fight it. When the desire to brood came upon her, that's what she did. So you see, you follow the desire because it is natural. Desire is an effect. Every cause has its effect and every effect its cause. But we say to ourselves, I don't know how to manage this. You manage yourself. Well, how do you manage yourself? By being deliberate to use what you've been given. That's how you manage self. Nothing else to manage, because the desire emerges naturally and it'll be fulfilled naturally. Because you won't be able to help yourself. You can't stop that desire. When it's time for a little bit to crow, if you go and you interrupt him in some fashion, he'll peck you. He's telling you you're in the way of the fulfillment. He's not pecking you because he's aggressive. He's pecking you because you're interrupting something that only he's presently doing. And you're like, that's what we get. Like, there's this singular focus we have when the desire comes upon us that it must be fulfilled. And it will, it pulls you along so that you'll fulfill it. Well, you'll be there once it's fulfilled. This is what we do naturally. But because we are so, what's the word I want to use? We are in a situation where we just panic and we freak out because we're insecure. Oh, I said it, because we're insecure. Well, if we were secure, we'd trust. Would we not? Wouldn't we trust? But think about it for a moment. What things have you been given? Pay attention and you will see them and you will feel it. It has a palpable sensation. Where's my evidence? All of nature does it. How do I know? Observation. Watching, you will see. That's what we do. You watch it, you see it, and it unfolds. But we try to suppress. Oh, that's, like I said, desires lead toward life. Like the ivy in my kitchen. It grows and bends its way towards the light. That's life word, towards the light. So what do you have? See, we keep thinking we do not have. This is why we always want, because we think we don't have. but we do have. When you take stock of what you have and what you are, you will realize that you'll realize that there's nothing outside of you. That's what you'll realize. And when you realize that there's nothing outside of you, no, when you realize it, I tell you, that's the most beautiful sensation. Mm, it really is a beautiful sensation when that desire expresses itself. And it expresses itself effortlessly, with ease. It's how it does these things. So today, your assignment, if you're willing to accept it, is to observe a desire when it emerges from you. Start always with the observation. And you'll notice that we don't compare ourselves to others. Because when you do that, right? It's like when you watch somebody else and you're like, oh, but they're better. What? That's just your perception that they're better because you are looking through the lens of you are not good enough. So if you're looking through the lens of not good enough, well, then everybody else has to be better to prove to you that you are not good enough. Isn't that true? You can't be looking through the lens of I am confident, I am bold, I am courageous, I'm curious. You can't be looking through that lens and feel inferior. Because when you look through that lens, there's no inferior or superior person, right? That's what we do. It is exactly what we do. If you pay attention, that desire will come upon you. And when the desire comes upon you, you will act. And the reason why we ask the question, well, what do I do? Is because we've practiced suppressing for so long that we are forgetting what to do. But here's the thing. We don't really forget. We don't. Little Bit doesn't forget how. He just does it when the urge hits him. And he follows through and he stops when he's done. He doesn't go too far in one direction or too far in another. He goes right down the middle. He's balanced, disciplined. You see the power and the control that we seek. We get it misconstrued. To have power and to have control is not over other, but it is self. Oh dear. To have power and control is for the self. You're supposed to have the power to get up and be, and you're supposed to have the self-control. But we have that distorted where we think because the desire for power is there. But it has been polluted. Because now sometimes we seek to have power over someone we deem weaker than ourselves. That's what we do. And we seek to control the other person, when in actuality, it is self. It is self-control. So you see, you've been given that power. Yes, you have. And the minute you see it, you'll start using it. Because now you've become aware. Now you've become aware of what you've been given. Popcorn is aware. Oh, Lord, he is fully aware of those wings. Whew. He uses them every chance he can get. And my son says, Ma, he is practicing. Remember when he couldn't leap that far? But now here he is. He'll be 4 weeks old tomorrow. That's my point to you today. Each and every one of us has been given something. We all have. But we are too busy comparing ourselves with others. We're too busy trying to rule over others. We're too busy trying to subjugate the other. But the reality of it is this. Apply. Use what you have been given. You're going to see it. It is not hidden from you. It's not hidden from you. Because that would be cruel, wouldn't it? Oh boy. Here's an urge for somebody. Here's a desire. And he just lets it out. And then he stops when he's done. So today, my beautiful friends, you got to get out from under the couch, baby. His head is out, but he's got to get the rest of his body out. And he shuffles. He uses his good leg. He uses what he's been given. He uses what he's been given. So when are you and I going to use what we've been given? You can't be afraid to use it. If you're afraid to use it, you won't ever, quote unquote, fly. Give me a minute, y'all. I don't like the sound. I got you, big boy. I got you. There you are. There you are. There you are. That's it. Yeah. You guys go back to sleep. That's much better. Thank you for your patience. I knew he was a little bit stuck. So now he's free. But the point of the matter is this today, my beautiful friends. You and I have been given things. And those things, if we would use these things, we would realize that we're not in want of anything. And it brings to mind the beautiful scripture. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I shall not want. We want for nothing. But because we think we don't have, then is when we become unrequited. And when we become unrequited, we embody unrequitedness and we live out a life of lack. Well, as a man thinketh, therefore he is, as within, so without, yes? That's what we do. And so some people ask, well, it's not that easy to do, Angela. You don't know the trauma I've been through. To which I reply, I understand. I get it. But the reason why we are fixated upon the trauma is through practice and through habit, because the trauma left an impression. It left a neurological pathway in an instant, in a flash. And because it left that neurological pathway, now every time you think in a certain fashion that goes with the trauma, you embody it and act it out again. That is principle. So the way through that situation is to comprehend that you have to form a neurological pathway. Well, it's how you got where you are, by forming a neurological pathway. So to get out of where you are, you have to form another. And to form another, you see what you want to become. And when you see what you want to become, which is free, just the mere thought of freedom does something to you. Shoot, it might make you weep. Hello? Just freedom. If you're a Harriet Tubman, the thought of freedom propelled her forward in such a fashion that she was never recaptured. Even though there was a bounty on her head, let me tell you, she was never recaptured. Because she was singularly focused not on what she left behind. She was singularly focused on where she was going towards her freedom. She was forming a new neurological pathway. And to form a new neurological pathway, you have to give the new thing your full attention. The new behavior has to have your full attention. You cannot just look at it for 2 minutes and go, oh, I'm tired. And I know people don't like to hear that because it seems insensitive. It only seems insensitive, but the light of understanding will help you. You are not meant to suffer. That's not life word. Well, you doubt me? Look at what it's doing to us, right? This suffering. It robs us of life, does it not? Some prematurely. By their own hands. So you see, it's not life word to have trauma. But the beauty of the principles is this. You seek life, you get life. Not because it's magic, but because as within, so without. So you don't have to hope that you'll overcome your trauma. You need to know. And the way to know is to understand that if I put my attention upon freedom and become consumed by freedom, then I must experience it. Inevitably, I will experience freedom. The same way as if I allow myself to be consumed by the trauma, then there it is with you all the time. So today, my beautiful friends, it is never a belittling of what you have experienced, because what you have experienced is valid. But now we have a choice to make. Do we want to remain as we are? Or do we want to walk in the fullness of what we truly are? And what we truly are has always been there. It has always been there within us. So now you have to look within, and you'll see it. And it shows itself by way of desire. That's what it is. So how do you apply it? How do you use what you've been given? Observation. You begin to see what you've been given. And as I said, whatever we've been given, wherever we are right here, right now, is always life word. It always fosters life. Child, if you put your head back under that couch, Lord have mercy. It's all good. So today, take stock. Look at your life. Is trauma life word? No. But not understanding it keeps us stuck in it. Because we would want to blame, right? It's only natural that we would blame when we look outside of ourselves for everything else. So if we look outside of ourselves for everything else, we must be looking outside of ourselves for our quote unquote perpetrator. Right? It's not a looking outside, it's a looking within. As within, so without. As within, so without. As within. So you must turn yourself like Hezekiah. Hezekiah turned his face to the wall. Why the wall? It wasn't a window, because if it was a window, he'd be looking outside. He turned himself to the wall. There was nothing to see but himself. There's nothing to see but you. Look within yourself. Angela, that's so mystical. What does it even mean to look inside of myself? It means when something goes good in your life, yay, you celebrate you. When something goes quote unquote bad, you celebrate you. You see, if I tell you to go north, north is relative to who? You. If you're standing and the sun's in your face, you are east. If you're standing and the sun is in your face, you're east of the sun because it's in your face. If it's at your back, you're west. On the left would be north and the right would be south. But who's that based on? The individual's position. So everything is based on you. You. And that's how you go within. You look at it and you say, this is me. You don't judge you. You just say, this is where I am right now. I'm facing east right now. Why would you call yourself a loser because you're facing east? You see what judgment does? So wherever you are right this moment, whatever your station or your position is in life, it is where you are. And if you want to move from that position, you must change your destination, which is what? It's internal. You change your mood to change the destination. And that is how you use what you've been given. It's exactly how you use what you've been given. You harness what you've been given. Can't be afraid to use it. I forget the bird that throws its baby out of the nest. Some don't make it. They fall to the rocks, but for the ones that do, that's the whole point. You don't look at the ones that don't, you look at the ones that do. Why? Well, as within, so without. What are you looking at? That's where you turn your attention always. Some people say nature is cruel. No, she's impartial. Right? Anyhow, don't let me prattle on. Use what you've been given, please. You can draw, draw. You can dance, dance. Oh, but Angela, there's no money. Hello? Money wasn't always here. Money is man-made. What you've been given is man-observed. So which one do you think has more value? That which is made or that which is given? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend. Which one has more value? Remember, the thing that is made is now at the mercy of all the things that can destroy it. But the very essence of what you are is given, not made, given. It just is. It wasn't created. It just is. Oh, that's a little sticky. How do you get your mind around that? Because we have to begin to comprehend the difference between what is made and what is. What has been made is visible. What is unmade is invisible. It is formless and shapeless. That is what you and I are. Formless and shapeless. So we can pour ourselves into anything and become it. So which one has more power? The thing that is made or the thing that is given? Then apply. Whatever it is that you've been given, use it. It has nothing to do with anybody else. Other people will benefit from it, sure, because they can see it. But because you are the one using it, you benefit more because it gives you life. Let's welcome everyone into the space, shall we, before we play the chime? Melly Mel. Hey, G-Money. And Decu Prime. Is that how I say it? I don't know, but welcome to the space, y'alls. It is good to see you in these YouTube streets. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome a little bit. I'm sorry. I didn't forget you. How could I? Sorry. I swear he got a little louder. Hey, Bez, I see you in these Twitter streets. I see you. Who's here? A fan base. Hey, Moon, KZ, Miss McQueen, Surreal, Ray Ray, Honey. I see you all. I see you. Welcome to the space. And you know I love you. But use what you've been given. Use what you've been given. Because when you use what you've been given, it's like the guy with the 5 talents. He multiplied his 5. But for the one who doesn't use it, oh Lord, why would it be taken away? How is it taken away? Because you're not focused on it. You're not giving it your attention. So that which you do not give your attention to cannot exist. It's not taken from you because God is cruel. It's taken because as within, so without. So if you have something else within, that's what you will have on the outside. So if you do not use what you have by giving it your attention, whatever you give your attention to, well, that is what you're using. That's how it is taken from you. Let me get this chime. And you want me to play this one? Let's play this one then. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you all for being here on this glorious Tuesday. Go forth, examine yourself, see what you've been given. You don't have to ask anybody, how am I supposed to use it? You just simply use it. You'll see how to use it. Yes? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, fan base. Thank you all for being here on this glorious day. Truly appreciate it. And I will see you on the morrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love to each and every one of you. Much love.